Okay, so warm welcome to everybody present here, and once again back with the session 7 of the 3-day international intensive short-term training program on electrical, electronics, computer, civil, and mathematical engineering. We have with us Dr. K. Karthikeyan and Professor Regan of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department of St. Mathias Engineering College, Vagaikulam, Thoothukudi, India. So we have Dr. Karthikeyan with us for session 7. He shall be handling the topic on machine learning application in electrical engineering. So about Dr. Karthikeyan, K. Karthikeyan was born in the town Arupakottai, located in the southern part in the state of Tamil Nadu, India during 1981. He obtained his bachelor's degree in electrical and electronics engineering in the year 2002 from Madurai Kamaraj University, Madurai. He received his master's degree in power system from Annamalai University, Chidambaram in 2005. He received his PhD degree in power system stability from Vailtech Rangarajan and Dr. Sakuntala R&D Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai in 2019. He has published many papers in national, international conferences and international journals. His research interests include power system, computational intelligence techniques, and intelligent controller design in power system industries. He has over 13 years of teaching experience. He is a life member of the Indian Society for Technical Education, ISTE India. He is working as an assistant professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, St. Madre Teresa Engineering College, Vagaikulam, Thoothukudi, affiliated to Anna University, Chennai, India. So we are delighted to have an experienced personality in the field of power system, Dr. K. Karthikeyan. So he shall be handling this session, the entire 1 hour session. So over to you, Dr. Karthikeyan.
Yes, sir. First, I would like to thank to Dr. Kristo Anand, sir, and I would like to thank to uh, our principal, Mr. George Clinton, to give this session for me, to give an opportunity. Now I start this session. Machine learning application in electrical engineering. So, what is machine learning? Actually, how our machine understands the concept. So, actually, it needs the data. Totally, it needs the data. So, if an ordinary system is there, and with artificial intelligence, and machine learns, and the machine learns after that, it predicts the data and it improves. So, here the machine learning means it will be considered as an subset of an artificial intelligence. See, now I will show it to you. See, what is the difference between the machine learning and versus the artificial intelligence? So here, many people may confuse about this artificial intelligence and the machine learning. What is it, artificial intelligence, and what is the machine learning? Here, the artificial inside
Sir, can
that.
you press that hide option, sir?
Sir, what do you say?
Can you press the hide option, sir, below the screen? Hide option
Hide option. Wait, sir.
near.
No, sir. Could you see that what the PPT? Could you see, sir?
Yes, sir. It's visible, sir.
Okay. I am showing to you the PPT only. Whether if you not visible means tell to me.
Sir, actually,
Okay.
what
Sir,
he
No,
means is
uh,
there is an option, no, stop sharing, and then in the right side you have hide option. No, just click on hide option.
yes.
Okay, right.
yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Now it's okay.
Okay. Okay. So the machine. Thank you, sir. The machine learning, actually the machine learning means machine will learn the data. Whatever data is there means it will get the data and predicts the data. What is it actually? And next it will improve the data and it will be actually it will improve the data and it will give the result to us. So because of instead of our work, it will work, the machine will work, and we can get the result at the last, at the final stage we will get the result. So the result will be very useful for us. So at what stage we will get this kind of results means, for large data, actually it is actually it needs large data. If you are simple one or two data means we can identify easily, but with large data sets, if we have means we need to understand and we have to predict what is going on. We have to predict. So to predict means we with the large data means it will take more time. So for that only the people has been initialized the machine learning, and it will be by using the many codings are there, Python or learning, and MATLAB also nowadays are useful to understand the machine learning and the use and its application in many fields also. It is being applied like a medical field and marine and agriculture, in electrical, computer science, in each and every field can use these kind of data. So first we have to understand what is the machine learning, how to use it, because Python also is there, Python is also is there, and R also is there. Everything is being using the coding, but in MATLAB, in machine learning, one data tool is there. So that tool will be very useful, will be useful to easily classify the data and identifies the data, and it will give it to you the result. So first I will show it to you how the data has been collected, where the data we can collect it, and how we can go get into the next step. Next you go it will go, and next it will going to find out the prediction and give the final result. So step by step I will go, and you will understand the machine learning, how it will be useful in our electrical engineering also. So first thing, where you will collect the data sets available. So you also have lot of data sets you can have in your hand, like according to our machines also, in industry oriented also, in many ways we can collect the data. But with the data, what we have to understand means that finally what will happen, with the data what we can do. So that is the main thing. So first you can go for an example, some data. So if you need means, first you have to go to the data sets in Kaggle. Actually, data sets available in Google. You can just go and type the Kaggle, and Kaggle means it will show the data sets. A lot of data sets is there, and like that, Google data set search, Registry of Open Data on AWS, and Microsoft Azure public data sets, and RBAR data sets, UCA machine learning depository. So and CMU libraries, Awesome's public data sets on GitHub. These public data sets are available in the Google. It is being in the open market. So you can collect these data. So for example, you can collect it, and first you have to try to use it, how to use the data, what are the problems you are facing, everything you have to understand. First thing, you have to collect these data, and next thing you have to get into apply in our electrical engineering. How to we have to collect the data, next step how to segregate the data, and next how to use the data. These are the things I am going to tell you in this session. That's all. Next one is for iris flower. So for this session, I would like to explain this very easily to understand the one data sets I have collected in the UCA depository from the online. So now you see, I will show it to you. One iris flower is there. For example, I am telling to you here, iris flower. There is three type of iris flower is there: iris setosa, iris versicolor, and iris virginica. Okay, so here they will show it to you petal and sepal. Left side you can see the versicolor. It will show the sepal and the petal. So by using the different kind of length is there. So sepal means it is width and length, and like that the pedal is there, pedal width and length. Both these two data will vary to iris setosa, iris versicolor, and iris virginica. So by using these sepal and pedal data only, only we can identify the iris setosa, iris versicolor, and iris virginica. So next thing I will show it to you. These data I will have collected from the UCA repository data sets. So now you see a sepal length and a sepal width pedal and pedal width. So if it is being these data, it will collect the data. If it is being this data means it will consider as an iris setosa. So like this, iris iris verosa, iris veris color and iris virginica. These also has some data because iris setosa has 50 data and iris veris color has 50 data and iris veronica has 50 data. So these totally 150 data has been collected from that UCA repository data sets, and these data has been segregated. So which is iris setosa? And we doesn't know because you can collect it from that field directly. If you can go to the or garden means you can collect the data from there, and you can you could, if you couldn't identify by whether it is iris sedosa or iris veris color or iris veronica, so which is one he doesn't know. So you will come to the home and you by using the scale you measure the length of sepal and pedal. So these data has been collected, and if you type it into that into a machine learning means you will understand which this is iris veronica, iris sedosa, or iris veris color, or iris veronica. So this it will identify automatically. It will identify and it will tell to you which is type is this. So here you got to understand, and the finally activity we have shown, activity or response it has been shown to you. This is the output result. Okay, you have collected these sepal length to up to pedal width. You go to collected these data, but at last step you go to identify whether it is what it is. Okay, you go to identify, because like in our electrical engineering, you go to mark each and every steps. You can mark it. How you can mark it means you got to identify the fault, what kind of fault is there. So how we can identify it is a different which kind of fault it is there. So we got like that we can identify each data will be useful to identify one particular fault. So like this also I have given the example for to you. And next one I am showing to you now. The data has been collected. That data I have will come like a notepad, like in notepad, and it will so you have to convert it into CSV, like the CSV data in Excel data. We have to change it to in the Excel data, and how we have to select it means just to open the MATLAB. So here lot of codings also is there. You have to understand that the Python is there, R learning is there, and many other machine learning tools also is available in the market. So yeah, I am only using the MATLAB only. So why I have chosen the MATLAB means it will be without coding we can understand, we can get the predicted data. So you have to understand why we are using this machine learning means with large data sets. If we have large data sets means without at the right side. So if you have large data sets and the use of the data sets, by using the data sets you are going to find out one new value or new thing means you can use it by using this MATLAB. So now I am showing to you, just to open, first to open the I give you the instruction to you, just to open the MATLAB, and in the left side corner I am showing to you, in the left side, and the arrow will show it to you the iris 1.csv. Okay, the iris 1.csv directly has been taken. It is being in one folder. Okay, in machine learning example model, in that folder I have kept this iris.csv data. So this is an Excel data. This data has been directly we have to drag into workspace. You have to drag into you have to drag into workspace. And next step what we have to do, I am telling it to you. If you are dragging means it is this open, this will open, this this window will open, and it will ask to you the data. The data, which data means these data are being is being in data format. So this data format will be considered as a table. Okay, so you go to take here, you have to cell a column vector is there, numeric matrix is there, cell array is there, and a table is there. You have to select a table and you have to click import selection. Okay, so you have to click and import selection. Now the data has been taken into another session, another process. Now I'll show it to you. Now it has been, now it is it has been taken, and next the things what we have to do means, here you have to see next, if it has been data has been imported means it will come like this only. And next what you have to do means, next you open the apps. Here you have to open the apps, and here in MATLAB you have to open apps, right? Just you have to search for the classification learner. So just here click the classification learner, and next what you are going to do means, now it will open, and here left side you go to see, in left side you go to see new session will be there. New session, if you are clicking this button, now it will open this data. Okay, here you go to see everything, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width, everything will be considered as predictor, and activity only will be considered as a response. Here next thing one is cross validation is there. This cross validation will show it to you 5 folds. So totally 5 folds is there. For each fold will be considered as an one data. Okay, so sepal width is one data, and a sepal width one data, and parallel width, and a pedal width, pedal length, pedal width, and activity. These are be considered as an separate folds and separate data it contains. So we are considering as in 5 folds has been taken, and the next one we have to click the start session. In the under below it will be there. I will show it to you what are the things I am doing here. I will show it to you by using in my computer, by opening the MATLAB. I will show it to you. Next thing, classification tools. Here you can see that classification tools are many types of classification decision trees, discriminant analysis, and support vector machines. Each classification machines, classification tools also is available in that our MATLAB. By using these tools, we can just click, and next things we have to run it. Now you can see the classification learner app open has been totally, so I have show into you. Now you see left side new session is there. If you are clicking new session means you can take the that iris data into uh, our our, our work. And now next things what you are going to means, you have to select the app. Here I am showing to you through the arrow. So here you have to click means you will all machine learning tools will open. Actually it's a classification tools only. So these classification tools will classify the data which is being in that in our data sets. It will classify our data sets, and it will be considered, it will decide what it is. Okay, so a lot of data tools is also there. So next thing what we have to mean, so after selection of the tools, next we have to click the train. So if you are clicking the train means it will start to run. Next it will show the sepal length and the sepal width. Actually it will we can decide what is it, we can. So next we can decide, and next it will show what is it. Actually it will be run. If we have to run, we have to train means it will show it to you. Next things I will show it to you. So right side you can see iris setosa, iris veris color, iris virginica. These data has been taken into, and it has been plotted. This is being a scatter plot. This is actually it is in scatter plot. The data, all data is being, has been shown in this uh, in this graph. Next I will show it to you. The scatter plot after running the one tool. Actually complex tree is there, and a support vector machines also is there. I will show it to you one by one. I will run it, and we will get the accuracy and how we can improve the model. Each and everything I will show it to you step by step. I will show it to you. Now I will show it to you. Scatter plot is there. This is in the scatter plot. You can see the blue color dots and yellow color dots, and that brown color dot will be there. Among these dots, there's some crash marks also is there. You could see that one. So some crash mark also is there. No, these crash marks are being an incorrect data is being in our work. Actually, we have identified some data. Actually, we have marked all data into our system. Actually, 150 data I have. These 150 data all has been marked as iris setosa, iris veris color, iris veronica. These data has been marked, but the machine has to understand. The MATLAB has to understand correctly, because it has been some data, has been wrongly identified as a various color, and which is various color, which is Veronica, which is it is couldn't identify. So if it is couldn't identify means it will shows the wrong data in that it will show in the scatter plot. And also we can which data means we can separate it. I will show it to you. Okay, next is you see the confusion matrix. In the confusion matrix, you can here the top near to the scatter plot, you will see the confusion matrix. So the confusion matrix means it will be summarize the all data, which is it will give the summarize all data, and it will show what are the data are being wrong in which in which variant. Next thing, ROC curve. This ROC curve, which is being very near to the confusion matrix, this ROC curve means actually it will show the receiver operating characteristics. Actually, receiver operating characteristics means what it will do means it will show the model. Actually, this kind of data will be very useful to identify that. Our performance actually with the training session actually it will run actually particularly we have to select one tool for classification tool. We will select it, we will run it, and we will get some accuracy from that. So what kind of accuracy means it will sometimes it will show 94% accuracy, 95% accuracy it will show in left side. So but that accuracy we have to make it to improve to 100% accuracy. So some tool will show 100% accuracy, some tool will show 94%, 95% accuracy. So we have to improve the model means next what we have to do means to improve the model, we have to correct the data. First we have to correct the data. So if you are correcting the data in a right way means we can improve with the improve it into next level. So we can get it the 100% accuracy. So actually it will show the ROC curve will show whether it is performance are being correct or not. Actually it is AUC curve will be there. If it shows one means it will be the performance of that particular tool works very well. That is the main thing in the ROC curve. Next, the UCA repository, we can collect the data. Many data also is there in individual household electric power consumption. Actually, household electric power consumption also we can collect it. Actually, lot of data we can collect it regarding wind energy data or otherwise agricultural data or any other data if you want you can collect it. You can related to medical data, any data if you want to analyze means you can collect the data and you can collect it, and you can run it and get it there, and you can improve its accuracy and you can use it for your own purpose. So these are the household raw data I have collected, and you can see it. So here household raw data, this is also UCA data, UCA repository data. Here what are the data they have given? You see date, time, and global active power, global reactive power. So global active power also is there, global reactive power also is there, and voltage also is there, global intensity, submetering 1, submetering 2, and submetering 3. So these data also available, they will give it to you. Actually totally this data they are giving to you. From this kind of raw data we have to decide what it is actually. So global active power is actually active power means this household data has been collected in a house. From there, in the house, they collected the active power, what is the reactive power, and what is the voltage, and the global intensity, energy consumed as per that GDP, they will say, global intensity. And submetering 1 means whether they could collect it as this data for fan or mixie, grinder, or any data, they can collect it. So this data has been given it, they say it has been available in that our open source. So from that also we have to collect this kind of raw data. It's usually being comes as an some notepad. Actually it's just it comes with notepad, and we have to convert into that into the Excel. Okay, so we have to change this data to the Excel form. So after that only we have to understand. Actually only we after the changing to it will come to the table form. Actually after the table form only we can change the data into that our our machine learning purpose only we can change it. Now I will show it to you directly how the data has been collected and how the data has been useful to next step. Now I show it to you the MATLAB R2016A has been opened. Here I have taken the data. Okay. First I will remove the data. Step by step you can see it. I remove it. What are the things? What are the problems will come, and how we can face this. So now I have the iris 11. Iris 11. I have stored. Okay. Here first thing what I have to do means we have to do the right click and make it to selected folders and subfolders. So after that only it will come to the MATLAB path. After that, what we have to do means I select iris 11 and take it to just I am dragging into here workspace. Now you see what happens. The data has been imported. That data has been imported, but we have to what we have to select means we are here to select the table. Okay, the column table we have to select the table, and I have to click the import selection. Now I click it import data. So the following variables were imported. Now I close this. Now I open in apps. Now I open the classification learner. Now classification learner has been opened. Now I click a new session. Now you can see the sepal length, sepal width, and pedal length and pedal width activity. So these are 5 data has been collected, and now we have to click on start session. Okay, now we have to click on start session. Now we have collected this data. It has been come into the view. Now right side you can see iris setosa, iris color, and iris verinica. Now I can click any one of the data means it will go and other data only will come. Now you can see sepal length and in x-axis and sepal width has been in y-axis. Now I can change it to in predictors data. I can change it sepal width and within the xy data. Actually, the x in x what it has to be there and y what it has to be there. So I can decide. But this data is only for analysis purpose. We can show it. I am showing it to you. Analysis purpose we can see. Next thing what we have to open means now we go to open that these are the data, these are the classification tools. So each classification tool has a separate we can separate a features it has. So now I just you can see in complex tree I just put a cursor on the complex tree. What it's so a decision tree with many leaves that makes many fine distinctions. So maximum number of splits 100. So next to medium tree, medium tree what it shows maximum number of splits 20. So it will separate the data into 100, 20, and like that each one has some feature. And now I click one medium tree. I click it and make it to train. Now what it shows? It shows accuracy 96%. So I try to some other tool, classification tool, and again I click it on train. Like that I click it in support vector machines. I click it. So it just improved. You see, in tree it's 96%, linear discriminant 96, and SVM it shows 96.7, and we can try step by step. We can find Gaussian is there. So it shows below that 92.7. So now we select this SVM support vector machines in linear SVM. the classification tool. This tool, if now I am showing to you, so now you can see some data is being wrong. So it's in crash mark. So it shows the correct data, and right side you can see is correct data and incorrect data. So correct data we are leaving, and we are selecting the incorrect data. How many incorrect data is there in iris various color? There are two. You can see right side. Click. You can see. So in iris various color, there are incorrect data. Two data are being incorrect. So and the next thing, uh, so now you can see iris virginica, there are three data are being incorrect. So we have to go to which data we have doesn't know. So we have to select that data. We have to select data, which data we have to identify. And we have to change data. We have to change the data, and we can again we have to after the changing these data only we can get it. Just a minute. You see, it will shows which data it will shows. Just if you are clicking means it will shows that sepal width 3.2 and sepal length 5.9. Other predictors 4.8, 1.8. So you can see which data in which data sepal length and sepal width has. You have to go and check, and that data it is true class and a predicted class. So actually, true class it has been identified iris varies color, which has been given our in our data, but it is being predicted has been made by the MATLAB. So we have to change it, whether it is iris varies color or a virginica. We have to go and change our in our data. We have to go and change once means it will perfectly identify it, and it will show perfectly. It will show the 100% with 100% accuracy. It will show the result. So thus we can select these data and like that. So now one by one data I am clicking, and we can see it. So these data will be is being wrong, which is wrongly identified. It actually shows true class means true IDs. True class means true value, which has been given in our data. What are the data we have already given in our data? And predicted class, it's being problem with that predictor. In predictedly, it has been sourced iris virginica. So we have to go and our data. Actually, what are the raw data we have collected? No, data we have to go whether it is whether we have to particularly change the weather data, which is we have to show it. That is correct, varies color or virginica. We have to identify and show it, and again we have to put it the same data into our this column means we can get it very clear idea about this one. So like that you can see. Next one I am showing to you. So accuracy of this actually performance of this one data is through the ROC curve, which is being good, but the confusion matrix shows very clearly. It shows what are the wrong data has been identified. Actually, you can see it 50 and 47, 48. These data also has been very clearly has been identified by the system. Actually, this is true class. Y-axis shows a true class, and a predictor class has been shown in that x-axis. So these data are being in green color. All data are being very good, and the red color it shows the wrong data. So we have to go and check which data is being wrong, and we have to change the data whether it is iris very color or anything. That data only is being confused by the system. So that data has been changed to particularly for our to get a highly accurate data, highly accurate result. We have to change that one. So these things only I have to show it to you. Next thing, what we have to do means next we have to export the model.
Sir, sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, sorry. Christo, sir, in link to the screen and the audio is not clear, sir. The screen is not visible. In link 2, sir. Sorry.
Just a minute, sir. I'll try to, sir.
Yeah. Link 1, perfect, sir. Link 2 is a small issue, sir. Sorry.
Sir, I think now it's perfect.
Sir, now it's clear, sir. Now it's visible.
Okay, next thing.
So, sorry,
Okay,
sir, for the
sir,
interruption.
sir. Okay, sir. So next thing we go to after the getting these results, we can click particular SVM. Actually, a particular SVM support vector machines, and that this is a classification model and a machine learning model. We can export is as an export model, and export compact model also is there. And generate the code. It also generates the code. So like that, we can all these things will go to the. Now I have contained classifier model. Just I export it. Okay. Now you can see just I exported. Now we can get it these data. So in now by this data by using that is a exported model. By using this exported model we can apply it any data. Means after that if we are running means we can get with 100% accuracy we can get it. So after correcting the data we can get it 100% accuracy. Now I have given it to you. That's all. Any queries you can ask it. You will understand what I would like to come to say to you with example I have given it to you, because a lot of confusions also will be there to understand the machine learning, how to separate the data, how to get the data, everything will be an shouldn't be a confusion. Actually, this is a very easy method to separate the data and identify the data. So identify it, and predicted model also will be very useful for us, for particularly for large data set. For minimum of 500 data, if we have means definitely it will be very useful for you. For large data sets, it will be very useful. So small data means we can identify it. So for large data sets only, we are using these methods and we are separating it. Any queries? Thank you, sir. Sir.
The session was very nice, sir.
Okay.
Excellent presentation. Very good, sir.
Any more queries from the participants?
Thank you for the wonderful presentation, sir.
Any more queries, dear participants? You can on your mic and you can ask your queries to the resource person. Actually, he has come up with a short, sweet, and a very direct, straightforward, to the point, technical level presentation. He has given a brief insight about programming, about the analysis part. So, if you have any queries or clarifications, you can ask him right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have any queries, sir? Dr.
Yeah.
Bochala?
Nice to meet you. And good afternoon, everyone. So it is a nice way of presentation on the first. Okay. It is try to comparing machine learning with artificial intelligence. So can you repeat, please? Because it is one of those current issue. It is very recent changes. Also on the this MATLAB, you are how to you show in the brief how to use. Rest of your data are kept in the Excel from the Excel that on the that part. Can can you show how to that you can take that and so can you show me that once again?
Yes, sir. I will try you. I will show it to you. I will show it to you. Sir, Harikrishnan, sir. Harikrishnan, please close it.
Sir,
Sir,
please
now.
off your mic.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
And
Now I will show it to you once again how we are taking the data. Actually, this data I am showing to you how we are taking it directly from the. Now I click it. Already I have shown to you. Now you will see that UCA actually in Google. Just we go to select UCA repository. Okay. Now in the UCA repository, I am clicking the UCI machine learning repository. And here you will see lot of data sets are available. Totally 588 data also is there, and you can see the newest data sets. Okay, 2021, and these are the newest data sets, and old data sets also available. A lot of data sets available. Most popular data sets now you can see it. Right side click, iris, adult, wine, and heart disease, wine quality. Lot of data sets are available. So from that we can select it. Iris, I have selected. So now you can see in UC repository data folder is there, data set description also is there. Below that now you will see a lot of data set information is there, attribute information is there. So attribute information means sepal length, sepal pedal width, pedal length, pedal width in centimeter. Everything is there. Iris setosa, iris peris color. What is it? We can identify. In relevant papers also has been available in this page. Okay. From that now you go to select the data folder. So now select the data folder, and you can see the parent directory, index, and some other data. And now we have to select the iris data. So we get a lot of data will be there. From that only we have to select the data, particular data. If you are selecting means directly it will be downloaded into your system. Now just I open it. Now as you see, open it. It is being in Word form. It has been opened. Okay, in Word form it has been opened. Next thing what you have to do means these data has been you have to convert it into the Excel data. Okay, so they sent you have to convert into Excel data, and afterwards what you have to do means now it is being the data is being in your system. Okay, in your system, and we go to put it directly. You go to put it into some other folder. Okay, you have to put it into in a D folder. I have already put it into D folder. In the D folder, just in machine learning, just machine learning, go to machine learning, and where you can put it in your folder. This being actually you got to put it into your system. You have to for any one of the folder you can put it, and directly what you have to do means you have to just drag to the workspace. Okay, just drag to the workspace. Already I have the data. So I remove this data. First I remove this data, and now once again I drag this data. So if you drag this data, just you drag it. Okay, just if you are dragging means it will open this window. In this window you go to select the table. Okay, in this window you go to select the table, and you go to in the import section, just click it, import data. Okay, it will show the following variables were imported, and next you go to close it. Once you go to close it, now the data has been come to the workspace. Okay, now it has been come to the workspace. Now in apps, just to go to the apps and go to the classification learner. Just click the classification learner and start the new session. Okay, now the data has been come to the classification learner. Next you got to just click that start session. Okay, here crash validation, it will be collect these data. Okay, for large data you go to select for holdout validation. It will be recommended to the large data sets. It has been given it to you. So for minimum for up to 500 data you can select the crash validation option, and you can select the start session. Okay, now I have shown to you. You will understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, sir.
is left. Yes. Can you mention that machine learning versus artificial? You are in the first time you are say something, but can you say again that machine
Sir,
learning how?
actually this is for beginners purpose only, because lot of coding also is there. Python and R learning coding is there. So it will be to, if anybody feels it is being very difficult, means for those people only I am giving to you this easy one method for machine learning.
Okay. So can you put the mail for more query?
Yes, I will give it to you my mail ID. In chat
Okay,
box
thank
also I will give it to you. Any doubts
On
you
the
can
chat
ask it directly to me.
on the chat box. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
sir. Yes, sir. Dr. Hari Krishnan. Kanan
No,
Subramaniam.
Kannan.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
And smart query. So you specific classification learner, sir, again, sir. You
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
specific classification learner. Which type of algorithm or learner is used? Can you specify that?
Actually, lot of actually lot of tools is there. Sir. Classification tools are where many classification tools is there. So each one consists of different kind of features it comes. So from that also we can we can select it and we have to apply in our work.
So
So that is
in this
uh,
example, which algorithm or method is used?
no, not only single, sir. Actually, many tree is there, and vector support mechanism is there. Support vector mechanism also is there, and decision trees is there. So
Sir,
each has a different kind of
a lot of
features is there,
algorithms are
sir.
there. Algorithms
You
are
can
there,
use it.
but
Uh,
you got one result from some algorithm. What is that
yes, sir.
algorithm?
Yes, sir. No. You can just. I will show it to you once again. Now you can see that many trees is there. So from that also we can select it, because each tool will give that one result. We will give one accuracy result it will show. So we have to select from that high accuracy which it gives, means that only we can select it and we can apply it. From that also we can select it one and we can apply it. So, but if anyone, now I am showing to you complex tree is there. Now click on complex tree and train. It will show 95.3% accuracy it shows. So to improve its accuracy, if you want, means if you to improve its accuracy, I go to go and particularly I go to go and correct the data. So wrong data, what are the incorrect data? Actually, we have already we will identify it is an it is very color or it is very Veronica. We will mark it. Already we have marked, but this machine learning, actually MATLAB has been could identify it in wrong way. So it will show it is to identify, instead of identifying iris Setosa, it would identify as an iris various color, like that it will show. So why it shows, we have to why it is shows like that, means first we have to identify it, because some border values it will in a very leanly, actually because of the 3.36, actually original values will be 3.6. Actually in a MATLAB, it will identify it 3.35 will be an iris veris color. Like that, it will be wrongly can identify. So we have to go and clear its confusion. After that, only it will give the right data. Actually, it will give the right result, and with 100% accuracy, it will give. So here, according to our actions, we go to select these trees, these classification tools.
The decision trees is it, sir?
Yes, sir. These are the trees. Is there decision
Decision tree
trees?
is
Yeah.
used or decision forest. We have collection of
Uh,
trees. It can be a forest. From
each
that
one
we
is
can select.
actually, if you are clicking, means each one is source. Maximum number of
Okay.
flips is 100. Like that, it will separate. Each one is with different kind of algorithm is there, sir. So this lesson I will show it. Just I am giving to you about the how to use it. Just I am giving to you how to use it only. These to explain these things means it will be different types, sir, because each one is a different. It another one session is needs to say explain these things. Hello,
Any more queries?
Hello. Sir.
Any more queries? Is Hari Krishnan available? Dr. Hari
Yeah, sir.
Krishnan,
Yeah, sir.
do you have any queries?
Sir, like you have given like some datas like you have just taken and you have been embedded into the MATLAB. So instead of like already available data, my question is like taking of some images. So how much better it will be like when you have been doing with MATLAB? Instead of taking a database of like an images, a lot of images that you want to get embedded into an MATLAB and doing. So which will be most preferable like?
Actually, according to this, most preferable means deep learning will be very useful. Compared to this machine learning means it is classification data, so it will classify the data, sir. Particularly numerical data, it will show the very effective results. If you are using like images, like means you have to go for a deep learning. It has a lot of options it has there in deep learning.
Deep learning, so not in this, sir, because like when you take some images it also takes into like pixels of zeros and ones, right, sir? So it's not possible in here, or we have to switch over for deep learning, or like
So
we
deep
can't do
learning.
it in
No. We can get better result in deep learning compared to this
compared
one.
to this.
Compared to this, we can get it in deep learning. We can get the best results.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Nice.
You shouldn't send the email, sir.
No, wait. I will show it to you because it doesn't. Sir, Kristo Anand, sir. Kristo, sir. Kristo, sir.
Sir, Christo, sir? Sir,
Yes, sir.
or you can tell, sir, so that the
Sir, in chat box is not opening. The chat box is not available source. Just put it
Sir,
by. I would like to put it by email ID only.
Yeah. You can send it via mail to my mail ID, sir. I'll try to share with them everything because the PPT, the materials related to the resource person and the certificates shall be emailed to the registered participants. So you can send it to my mail ID so that I'll try to send to everybody.
Okay,
So
sir. Okay.
that was a wonderful presentation by Dr. Karthikeyan. So he has given a deep insight on machine learning and its applications in current scenario, and there were some interesting queries given from the participants even. At this juncture, I would like to request the students of St. Mother Teresa Engineering College, to kindly do me a favor. You can leave your link one and you can join in link two. You can leave link one and join link two so that the resource person of the next session can be able to join right now. We still have some couple of minutes because he has been trying for so much time to join link one. சரி இப்போ ஜாயின் பண்ணுங்க எல்லாருக்குமே கிளியர் பண்ணிட்டேன் டக்குனு வாங்க Sorry that we are experiencing some network issues with the resource person who will be handling session 8. I request the participants to kindly wait for a while you can fill your feedback link for session 7. The feedback link for session 7 has been posted to you in the chat box, so you can fill them in the meantime. We still have got 6 more minutes, so that in the meantime the resource person will be able to join session 8. Prabhakar sir, you want to share anything, sir?
No, sir. Actually, we are actually one small request, sir.
Yes, sir.
Actually, in India and in Ethiopia, okay, we are actually celebrating a Ramadan function.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So for the next session, if possible, you can share the feedback link before 30 minutes. Means it will be very good for the
Yes, sir.
participants, sir.
Immediately after when the resource person joins, we'll definitely post them as
Sure, sir.
the
And I want to
earliest
wish
link.
all the participants happy Ramadan.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Once again, we would like to wish everybody a sacred Ramadan to everybody. Ramadan Kareem.
Sir, actually from hearing me, sir? Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yes, sir. Tell me, sir.
Sir, and I thank St. Mother's College management and all the faculty, sir, for collaboration with our Ola University, Kumbhalcha Institute of Technology. Thank you, sir. It was an excellent event, actually. It was a nice try, actually, because till now we didn't do for only one. We were just doing only for one or two departments. But this is a multidisciplinary, and this is the first time in Ethiopia we are doing like this with the collaboration of St. Mother's College. Thank you, sir, for
No,
making that.
no issues, sir. No issues. And this junction. We would like to extend further with the other activities, maybe technical level activities, or maybe long-term training process, long-term training
Yeah, sure,
programs,
sir.
or maybe
Okay.
both the Wala University and St. Madarasa Engineering College. At this juncture, we would like to tell you all participants that we are open for any MOU signing. So you can utilize this opportunity to sign MOU so as to enhance further technical level education to the next level. Just as we college, we are doing it for the upliftment of knowledge sharing. Definitely, you guys would be coming up from different reputed institutions, national level and international level universities. Definitely, you can come up with innovative collaboration so that we can take up research to the next level. So both Dr. Prabhakar and myself are open to any extended activity that will benefit students, research scholars, and faculty members. So just now we have received an update from Professor Keegan that he'll be joining within 3 minutes time. So please be patient.
And this is one of the very good opportunity for our Ethiopian students also, sir. For because most of the participants they're attending, in spite of some issues are there in the internet, but in spite of that also they're attending actually. I thank all the participants for that.
Yes, I do agree, sir. Because in Ethiopia, internet has always been a problem, but still, I could see more number of students actually participating, and still there are people, from uh, Ethiopia, African countries, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Dubai even. So it's a good sign that people try to participate, rush forward before 20 minutes, rushing in link one and attending in link two. I had to force the students of Madras Engineering College to go to link two. That's because the actually Professor Regan has been trying for more than 30 minutes to join this session, so he is unable to join. So that shows the level of interest. Uh, uh, that shows the level of interest among you participants.
Yeah, and I request all the participants to make full use of this wonderful opportunity, because this is a multidisciplinary. This is one of the very good, actually wonderful opportunity. So you have to use, guys. This don't miss the chance. You have to use this, sir. And in future, we will do some latest webinars or latest events like this, sir, because that will be very good for like all the students community. So in future, surely we will continue this, sir.
Yeah, definitely, sir.
Thank you, sir.